Hello! What am I doing with the scissor? I don't know. I'm about to... Yeah! Hey guys, hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, if you did ask. But as you can see, it's a different setup. As you can see, there's a lot of boxes here. I'm gonna try to cut all these out just because I'm trying to organize. I'm moving out soon, so I just want to make my moving out process a bit more easier. So yeah, let's just get started, you know. So the double riser was probably the video that really the runners. I usually save them just because I may use them if I'm using it for like a kit bash, the Gundam kit bashing kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do, where are my scissors? What in the name? I'm gonna make this flat. I'm really sorry for doing this, but I need space. But I also don't want to sacrifice my boxes just because I'm moving out. So alright, there we go. So essentially what we do here is fold this up too, fold this like that. There we go. Something like this. As you can see now, it looks like this now. Boom. Perfectly flat-ish. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm thinking. So I recently not recently. Well, yeah, technically recently. I just started watching Code Geass for the 3rd time in a row. Just because Code Geass is a great show. I think honestly the only show, not show, but I forgot what it was. It was like Rose of the Recapture, I think, or Capture. I honestly think that anime was a little bit too rushed, just because, like, it felt good to see old characters being brought back again, but I also felt weird. Like, it needed more time when it came to the story. It just didn't feel right, in my opinion. That is not correct, but I'm just gonna pretend that that exists. Yeah, I honestly think Code Geass. I mean, I've been trying to. I like every time I watch the main series now. It just doesn't feel the same, in my opinion. Especially Lelouch, because obviously there's the movie that kind of ruins the whole point of his death. I mean, I understand it's a different alternate timeline, but I actually do feel like they should have just left it where he just died. And if that's the case, they should have just made a movie about Suzaku or something, and his 0 stage and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, man, I don't know. The story's a story. You're supposed to keep it firm, keep it straight, try not to confuse the audience. That's how you break confusion problems. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy the movie. I actually thought it was pretty nice. If Lelouch was alive, then that would be the process. But since they brought him back, I kind of lost value in Lelouch. I didn't really feel the same excitement whenever I'm watching Code Geass. So Rose of the Capture, I mean, I think the characters are fine, but as I said, they just need more development. Immortal Justice Gundam. I'm definitely going to cut this. Just because it just came out, so this does not have any value in my opinion. Honestly, the Sea Freedom movie wasn't that bad. I actually thought it was pretty nice. I mean, there were a few sketchy scenes in my opinion, but fan service at the finest, right? The mechs are really cool, especially the Black Knights. The Black Knight squad, they were really cool. I did like how they stuck to the original mobile suits and just did a re-version of these. Like, come on, how do you not say this is really cool? I really love this. Like the mobile suit designs, I really love these. I'm sorry. Honestly, I tend to feel like people need to understand that depression should be worked on by yourself. It shouldn't be a thing where you need to be influenced by someone to get over it. That's my problem when it comes to society these days, because I have been depressed I'm still depressed for 5 years technically, but I'm still here. I'm not doing anything. I'm not making any problems. I'm just kind of being chilling on my chair and just playing games all day or making videos, making content, which I know I do have a small ratio of people, but it feels really good to be making these videos. So at least it's informative, and at least I am helping the small people of just people that are watching videos. This is really what's great about YouTube in a sense. I really think that people should just start making videos. It's probably the worst thing to say when you're when you're trying to grow big, but just do it as a thing where it just kind of helps you connect with audiences. I really think it's the best thing you could possibly think of to overcome much of your depression. At least it helped me a little bit. A great argument to start is therapy. I think therapy is really great, actually. Some people can oppose that, which is understandable, because I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, therapy doesn't really solve your problems. Oh, therapy is not going to help you and all that kind of stuff. It's not supposed to help you. It's supposed to guide you to what the heck you're doing. What the fudge is that? I went to therapy knowing that it's probably not going to help, which it didn't. But it also did help me in a sense where I felt more at peace. Because I feel like when you're depressed, you feel like you're the only one feeling it. You're very isolated. Which at times now you just want someone to understand your pain. Which is why I went to therapy. I didn't go there just to find a solution to my depression. I went there so I could see that there are actually people out there that are thinking like I do, which actually really helped a lot, because the therapist did actually think like me and she actually understood where I was coming from. But I guess in the end of the day, you also just need to find a really good therapist that actually understands what you're going through. In that case, yes, therapy does help. It actually makes you feel less lonely. It makes you feel more engaged about yourself a little bit, which I did find a lot of amusement when I realized that, oh, there's actually people that think like this. Honestly, when you're going to like therapy and stuff like that, just think of it as just finding answers. But when you're finding answers, please do not find that one specific answer, but rather multiple answers, and then just building upon those answers and create your own path. That's the important part. Your life should not be dictated by a single person. It should be dictated by you. 5 years of being depressed, not involving myself in all these controversies and stuff. Even I know society's not the greatest. I've learned all this stuff. I learned all this maturity things. I'm not mature. Do not get me wrong. I'm definitely not mature. If anything, I'm probably the most immature person, the most spoiled person you could possibly think of. In a certain extent, you need to also understand that life is so interesting. There's a lot of unpredictable stuff. There's a lot of unknown things that could happen. Just why depression is a thing, because it's technically your real test. You actually grow. I think the one problem about society, in my opinion, is they just don't want to learn, man. They don't actually want to give time to themselves, because the only thing they do is just run away from pain and just have fun. They just all want to have fun. For me, it wasn't like that. I took 5 years, but I don't know. That's also the thing too. I feel like maturing too early just kills everything too, because most of the time, oh my god. The Gundam Osprey red frame without the flight pack. This, holy crap, this is one of my first kits I built. I don't think I will cut this. I'm not cutting this. Basic lesson, just find your own path, man. Stop being influenced by other people. You also need to realize that kind people these days is quite rare. Kindness for me came in a very, very long-way street. Three-way street is technically the right word. I think back in elementary school, I was one of those kids where I just wanted to make Quizlets for everyone, which I did. Which is why, this is the citizenship reward. This is what I earned in elementary school. This meant a lot to me. I know it's just a ribbon, but at some point, I stopped being nice in middle school, which was the huge turning point. I was hanging out with all these kids that were breaking faucet things all over in the bathroom, banging up lockers, doing some weird kind of stuff outside of school, and like, I don't know, man, drugs, kind of all that kind of stuff. Thankfully, I didn't do drugs. But I was the weird kid that just got in trouble a lot. And it worried a lot of teachers, actually, because those teachers really looked up to me. They actually favored me just because of how I was really into studying and all that kind of stuff. But of course, I was also concerning the teachers, which I really felt bad about. Even till this day. I just wish I was a normal kid back then. But at this point, what is normal, you know? Normal comes in a three-way street too now, which is really, really unfortunate because I don't know what normal is now. I'm just on my own time and trying to figure out what the heck life is at this point. I'm 19 years old and I still can't make up my mind. That's crazy. Well, to be fair, that is pretty young, actually. I mean, maybe this is the right time to be questioning things, you know? At the same time, is this really the great time to be having fun? I feel like this is the time to really think about what you're doing. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What are you? Who are you? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. At some point, it's just interesting because I get depressed more when I talk to people now. I get more depressed when I'm trying to converse with people and my friends. It's because, as I said, going back to maturing, I've matured a little too far, because at some point, I'm not going to talk to them again, because I think this was during high school. Yeah, this was during high school I felt this way, because we're going to graduate, and I'm not going to see them again in, like, a lot of years. They're going to be doing their own thing. They're probably going to forget about me. It's just who I am. I just don't really like to forget the memories we made together. Oh my god, another one. The Infinity Justice Gundam. This was a 2005 kit. This is also one of those kits that I think when I first got into Gunpla. No. No. You are staying alive. I don't know. I kind of learned kindness is just, it's not a weakness. It's a trait that needs to be controlled. Too much kindness can result in mistakes. After observing society for 6 years, or 7 years technically, I just kind of thought maybe I should be smarter now. The news these days they've been really rough. I kind of decided that kindness is not a weakness. It's not bad to be kind. You just need to learn to an extent when to be kind. I think back then I was really sick and tired of just smart people generally, because they always correct me on everything, but you know what? It's not so bad. I actually do envy people now that, sorry. This is one of those kids that I think this was one of those times in the middle of it, I was getting into Gunpla. Raphael. Oh boy. I'm gonna keep this. This was special to me. Anyways, so I cleaned out the first shelf of this shelf. The first bottom shelf. So, not bad. Yay! Moving on. You know what's really funny though? I'm actually taking accounting and then taking Korean. So I'm only taking 2 classes. What's funny enough is I'm focusing more on accounting than Korean. No, I'm focusing more on Korean than accounting. It should be the other way because accounting is a lot more harder. For me, it isn't. I'm having trouble with my own language. That is actually insane. How am I having trouble when I'm Korean? When I'm Korean, I should be learning my own language of Korean. It doesn't make any sense. 싫어합니다. 미안합니다. This was a one-of-a-kind kit. I really, really love this kit. It was probably the most unique universal century kits I ever built. Look at this guy. Look at this. This is so cool. I've never seen an epic model kit design like this before. I'm not cutting this. There's so much cardboard boxes everywhere. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I recently just started watching Dexter. Holy crap, that TV show series is a joyride. I was about to say, Dexter has been a really great show to watch just because it really formulates how Dexter Morgan himself is a serial killer that is acting upon justice in the most interesting way possible. It teaches him how to adapt to society, how society deals with stuff, and how depressed someone like him just deals with your typical activity. It's crazy because some people can relate to it. I can definitely relate to it. It feels like you're very different compared to the typical person. I'm gonna be sure that there's gonna be like that one viewer that's gonna say, no, you're actually the same just like everyone else. You're not special, you're not the main character. I'm a Gen Z 19-year-old teenager that's probably spoiled and selfish, if I'm being honest, which I'm still trying to work upon. Hopefully I can get a good job at some point and go from there, but I'm so far not that proud of myself in a sense. So one can talk about Roblox recently. I know I am entering controversial territory, but I'm gonna do it because the only thing I'm really good at talking is controversy stuff all by myself. Really loved Roblox back in 2012 or 2011. Those was probably the best times. Yeah, I got into Roblox around 5th grade. This was the time when natural disaster survival was a huge thing back then. I mean, it's still huge now, but it's not the same now. I was more of a person that really grinded the heck out of Phantom Forces. If you're wondering what role I played, I did a sniper, and I'm sorry to do this to some of the Phantom Forces players. If you're watching this, I was a BFG-50 sniper person, so one shot. And a lot of players did hate BFG-50 players because they hate people that just instant kill so easily, which is understandable. I mean, it's basically, in a way, you're also not good at the game too, because you're not getting headshots frequently. You're just getting body shots and able to get one kill off of it instantly. I stopped playing it just because I got bored of it. And then the real question is, why did I not keep playing Roblox? I stopped playing Roblox just because the community changed at maybe around the 2020, maybe during COVID actually. It got really weird to the point, like, it's not even just people playing, it's just weirdos playing at that point. I kind of saw how severe it recently got. I think a great example is Murder Mystery 2. I really loved that game, but now it's just, oh no. It's an oh no game. No, don't do that, don't fall please. We are almost to the second boxes of stacks. Man, I really came this far. That's crazy. Why am I doing this? Why am I just cutting and just storing all this? This to me is 8 years of model kit building. I don't want to throw all these away. I really don't want to. Each of these holds a very special memory in me. The road it takes to model kit. I know I was not good at this because I don't even handle a lot. Oh yeah, that scared the crap out of me. One of the boxes moved, but just because it was the one beat. Oh my god, why do I keep doing this? I gotta stop doing that. It was probably the only moment of time where I actually enjoyed doing a hobby. Playing video games to me was more of an escape from reality. It felt different when I was doing model kit building. It felt like I was actually doing something, you know? Maybe not so much as to like being productive in a career sense. It still felt good that I was away from the computer and actually building. So I guess the biggest message I feel like the biggest message I could possibly give any person who just games all day is go out there actually and try something, man. I didn't even know I was good in art until I actually started practicing it a little bit. Like, it's crazy how much potential you have and you're wasting it by just trying to escape reality. Just pause and think. That's all I ask. It's so important. I'm telling you. I feel like when people say that and people hear it, they don't really take it into consideration. Like, oh, it's just your typical advice. It's legit advice that actually works. Yes, it may waste your time, but it's really worth it because it actually opens up routes that you never expected that would really fit with you. Heck, I never thought I would be into marketing or like digital marketing or content creation until I started doing it. I love doing this. Video editing, I enjoy it. I'm not lying to you guys. Like, video editing is like another route. It's crazy. Don't feel scared to explore. It's what makes life really special, actually. Just taking risks. It's really part of the thrill. Cooking, I never thought I really enjoyed cooking. Made fried rice, spaghetti, homemade spaghetti. I started making homemade spaghetti because I got really inspired by Marco Pure White from one of his videos. I think that's, yeah, honestly, man, just explore. It's not so bad. This is something that I enjoy doing. This is something that I wanted to do just to get my mind off of really everything. It was probably the only thing that kept me going for a while, actually. It was definitely something that I wanted to do just to get my mind off of gaming, because I think during high school I wanted to step away from video games a lot, but every time I said that I was I just don't get. I mean, I still keep playing games, but I don't play it quite often now. I think these days I just kind of read, relax, and homework, research, and that's basically it. And auto kit building, I guess. It's just interesting, you know? Don't be scared to explore. Don't be scared to know yourself, man. It's really, this is like, it's, as I said before in the last video, you just need to have a key to yourself. You can't be living life not knowing who you are as a person. Have a nice day, take care, and that's basically it for today. See ya, folks.